Let me tell you a story about a stock that wasn't supposed to win, a company that lived in the shadows until it rewrote the rules of the financial system.
Now Nvidia has $3 trillion market cap, and Intel's worth a cool $131 billion. His chips have started nothing short of an industrial revolution.
And there's only really one player. I mean, it's Nvidia's world. Everyone else is paying rent. That was a flex the muscles moment from The Godfather last.
I mean, right now the momentum is clearly with Nvidia. They can do nothing wrong. Everything they touch turns to gold.
Nvidia is really a generational story for now because, I mean, how many $3 trillion companies actually have doubled, so clearly Nvidia is important.
Not a bank, not a government, a chip maker. That broke Wall Street. You see, once upon a time, no one cared about GPUs. They were toys for gamers, not the future, not AI, not trillion-dollar dreams. And yet here we are. This is the story of how one company went from nearly bankrupt to bending the market to its will. A stock so powerful it exposed everything wrong and everything possible in modern investing.
I will say, Scott, though, if you think about it a year from now, I don't think you're going to continue to see 200% growth year over year because you're going to see that stabilize. But you're still even looking out even further out. This company is probably going to be growing at 15 to 16% a year.
So Nvidia is really a special situation within tech. And on the hardware side, we're more comfortable owning more Nvidia and less of some of the other chip names.
You do have to own this. Now, I know it's a controversial statement. There are some on the desk and others who are not on the desk who would say there's no stock you ever have to own. But look, clearly all the oxygen in the room, and by that I mean the cash flows in the market, are going to Nvidia. And fundamentally, there are strong reasons, which Josh and Bryn just pointed out, for that to continue.
Three guys and a dream. They didn't want to build just another tech company. They wanted to make computers see, but the world wasn't ready. For years, Nvidia stumbled in the dark. Products flopped. The money ran dry. At one point, they were weeks from going under. Then, something clicked. They released the world's first GPU, and for the first time, computers could render in real time. Gamers loved it. Developers saw potential. And investors? They barely noticed. Fast forward, the 2000s come and go. Stocks rise, crash, and rise again. But quietly, Nvidia is building something bigger, much bigger. Behind the scenes, they're preparing for a future no one sees yet: artificial intelligence. You see, while the world focused on CPUs, Nvidia bet the farm on GPUs doing something radical: training machines to think. Everyone laughed. Until 2016. Deep learning exploded. AI went mainstream. And guess what every major lab and company wanted? Nvidia chips. Not because they were fast, but because they were the only ones who could keep up.
Here we have a company that's really taking a role in the industry that is not dissimilar to the role that Facebook had in those days of supercharged, domination and growth.
We're already seeing adoption just a year into this, and we're at the very beginning. NVIDIA is going to benefit for this for a long time.
The time when I named my dog NVIDIA, and now they are wealthy beyond their dreams. He said, thank you. I said, thank Jensen Huang. Which brings me to today. If you've made money in the market today, you probably have Jensen Huang and NVIDIA to thank for it.
No one has to own anything, but don't tell me you don't own it because it's too expensive. Because as he makes the case, it's still actually the cheapest of all of the AI stocks.
By 2020, Wall Street wakes up. Nvidia is no longer just a graphics company. It's the beating heart of the AI revolution. Self-driving cars, powered by Nvidia. Data centers, Nvidia. Robotics, healthcare, national defense, Nvidia. And then something wild happens. The stock doesn't just rise, it explodes. From $50 to $100, then $200, then $500, then a stock split, then $900+, and still climbing. Analysts call it overvalued. They say it's hype, but they said that at $70. and $200 and $400. Every time they doubted, the stock kept rising. Let me ask you this. What happens when a single company becomes too good at solving billion-dollar problems? What happens when everyone, from Amazon to Microsoft to Elon Musk, depends on Nvidia chips to train their AI? Simple. Here show latest video of Elon Musk saying he buys Nvidia chips because they are just better.
But we expect to still buy a lot of GPUs from Nvidia, some from AMD, and maybe from others. As long as Nvidia is better than what we make, we'll keep buying from Nvidia.
Is that the case right now?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're obviously buying them for XAI, the Memphis.
Big time.
Big time, right?
I think we have the most powerful training cluster in the world right now, which is over 200,000 GPUs training coherently.
You're at 200,000 already now.
Yes.
There in Memphis, that facility that...
It's no longer about profit margins. It's about power, data, control, and the market can't look away. For the first time ever, a chip company starts behaving like a platform, like an empire, and Wall Street can't contain it. They underestimated how fast exponential growth can bend a system designed for linear returns. So, where does this go? How high can this stock go? $1,000? $2,000? $10,000? Nobody knows. And that's what scares people, because Nvidia isn't just leading a sector, it's leading a shift in AI, in computing, in how we value companies. This isn't just a stock anymore, it's a mirror showing how the rules of investing have changed and how slow the world is to adapt. This is no longer about PE ratios. It's about who controls the future of intelligence itself. So what does it all mean? It means that while most investors chase the past, a few understand the future, and Nvidia, for all its volatility, for all the noise, isn't just a stock that went up. It's a symbol. A company that proved exponential growth can be real, and that vision, executed boldly, still wins. Wall Street didn't see it coming. Now, they can't stop it. This is Nvidia, the stock that broke Wall Street, and maybe rebuilt it too.